Hey everyone, you are watching the Geek Chat on the Experience. We got a great show lined up for you. We're gonna review some trailers and some new number ones, so stay tuned. Maybe. Hey everyone, it's Thursday night. That means it's time for the Geek Chat on the Experience. I am one of your hosts, Beardy Rich.
And I'm the other host, Little Black Beardy Desmond. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Desmond.
Hello.
We have some people in. Hello, Kenneth. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Paul. Welcome in. You're in for a treat tonight. We have Supergirl number 1, Battle Beast number 1, Godzilla versus X-Men. Yes, another Godzilla. We'll see what we think of it. And what's the other one?
Spider-Verse.
Ah, yes, the Spider-Verse continues.
Spider-Verse versus Venomverse.
This book has been going on for, I swear, 10 years.
So many universes.
At least.
And I thought DC's, weird versus things were crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, Jabroni. Hey, Shona. Welcome in.
Hey, thanks for stopping in. So we have a giveaway.
Yay. Yes, we do. We always have a fantastic giveaway. Here it is. Supergirl number 1 by the artist who did Supergirl. What is it? Woman of Tomorrow, right?
Yes, I believe that is. And that's, I think, what they're basing the movie on, too.
Yes.
And this is by, okay, here we go, Bilquist Everly.
Yeah. Yes,
I
saw this and I had to get it to give it away to all you fantastic listeners who show up every day and help make this Thursday the best day for the two of us. So thank you so much. This is, again, the free giveaway. It is the variant cover. Please post hashtag Geek Chat into the comment section and you could win. We'll do the comment. We do a giveaway every day. So if you're the first time,
every week, not every day. Oh my God, that's a lot of covers.
That'd be a lot
every day.
Could
you imagine doing a live show every day?
I think Kyle does. Producer Kyle's just that crazy, y'all. So so please put that hashtag Geek Chat in the comment section, and hopefully you can win this. Because remember, if you don't put it in and we don't get a winner, Rich.
No. According to Kyle, it's going to go to him.
Oh, damn.
This is the cover I wanted, and my LCS sold out before I could get it because I was a schmuck and didn't pre-order.
Wow. I'm sorry, Kyle. I'm sorry.
Hey, Leonard, welcome in.
Too bad you can't win. So, yes, everybody, put in that hashtag. We want to make sure that everyone can win this. But, we're going to talk about now, we're going to talk about a couple of trailers because this week was, just swarming with fantastical, magical trailers about, the things that we love. And these are comic books. And I was so excited by all of them.
Zach.
So yeah. First up, Riri Williams in Ironheart. And when they put in the top Ryan Coogler, they are really trying to push it out there.
They want people to watch this. That's for sure.
Unfortunately, there is no heat on this this Marvel show. I don't know why. It seems like it's going to be pretty good. I don't know.
Hey, Garfalong.
What was your thoughts of it? Hi, everyone.
So, yeah, we met her in Black Panther 2.
Yep.
The Return of Baby Black Panther. I don't remember
Ever.
Yeah, that's it. It wasn't a trash heap like a lot of the other movies,
but right on the poster.
Where?
On the top, Editor Ryan Coogler. Oh,
you can't
forgot
that.
You don't have your old man glasses on. Forgot.
Yeah. Hey, Steve. So I watched the trailer, and it was a trailer. Did it make me want to see it? Not really, but that we're gonna watch it. It doesn't. This was filmed like years ago. They finally are putting it out. Marvel has no clue what it's doing half the time, I don't think.
Well, no,
Why
I think they know what they're doing now. But what were you saying?
No, why now?
Because they started to course correct, and this was a leftover from
Exactly,
from
a
that prior one.
leftover.
And the weird thing about it is, I honestly believe, because Marvel's just like, or Marvel and Disney Plus is like, hey, we need content, throw it out there. So we're not going to do a Batgirl on it and just shelve it and try to do the write off.
Yeah.
At least we're gonna get it. And they probably did do some reshoots in order to tie it into the new stuff that is going on. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of like connection to what happened in
Thunderbolts.
Get a little bit of thing what happened in Brave New World. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of that. So I think that might be one of the reasons why people will tune in to see if they're gonna show anything, because so much happened. Like I don't think people realize how much really happened at the end of Thunderbolts with the asterisks and everything happening. Like that little scene at the end, just that 14-month gap, so much stuff has happened in that 14-month gap. And I'm really sad that they are, because Marvel is so like, oh my god, we got to make this money, that we're not going to be able to see what happens in that 14-month gap. And I think that's annoying, because that would be some really good there could be some really good movies for how Sam and Bucky are, like, how their friendship is going to get strained and all that stuff. So again, that's just more stuff that we're going to have to see in that first Doomsday movie, and I think that's too much. That's too much stuff, and it just feels like, given the course correction that they're doing, this Doomsday coming as fast as it is, I don't know. Like, I'm just worried for it. But
Okay,
Ironheart,
back to Ironheart.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see how they're going to mix the magic of the Hood with the technology of Ruby Williams. And
So that's my biggest complaint. Why is the Hood in it? Why is the Hood the villain?
Because I'm thinking that they're trying to add something. Because if I'm correct, wasn't the Hood and the Stones, weren't they like his powers? Weren't they part of Asgard, or was that the second version when he lost his powers and then got them back? And they were part of.
I don't remember, but
I
he has
know
nothing
that.
to do with Ironheart at all.
No, it doesn't.
And that's what's
It
driving
doesn't.
me nuts.
But
it feels like Marvel is like, hey, we need a villain. Hey, the Hood's cool. You got.
But my hope,
like, it just makes no sense.
my hope is that we will get some more. We'll get some more stuff that happened in the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, because we really haven't had anything focusing on the Marvel
No, we're not.
the Marvel
They're not going to
Mystic
do
stuff.
that. No.
So I really hope so, because you saw in the picture he has the hood on, he has those magic guns that he had in the other one, and in the comics, and that thing that was happening with his back. People are saying that Mephisto's supposed to be in it.
Oh my god, we've been talking about Mephisto for like a decade.
Yeah, but supposedly he's supposed to be in it. So maybe we'll get a little bit of information about Mephisto. Maybe that'll come into Doctor Strange 3.
No.
Who knows? I
think you're wishing too much.
You know what? Hope springs eternal, my friend, and I am.
But we're talking about Marvel.
I am hella thirsty, for some hope right now. Like,
yeah,
give me some hope. So, but I'm hopeful.
Well, they're dropping 3 episodes, so we'll get to. We're gonna have 3 episodes to review.
Really? 3 episodes?
Yeah,
they don't care. They don't care.
I believe it's 3 episodes. Yeah,
they do not care. If they're dropping 3 on you, they're just like, okay, ship it out. That's so sad.
I will say,
sad.
I am interested in the Ironheart armor, because the armor in the TV show is so different than the armor she is wearing in her suit in the comic books.
Yes, and it's more akin to what she had in Wakanda Forever. It's just a white version, I think. So I
You
think
know what?
they're gonna.
You know
they're
what it
gonna get
reminds me of? It reminds me of Stars and Stripe. It reminds me
Oh,
of.
Stripey, huh?
It reminds me of from the
The robot.
Stargirl TV show. It looks like a smaller version of it,
Well,
and
maybe
I don't understand why it's so clunky. Granted, it's going to be her second or third suit, but
it's her second suit.
yeah, we'll see.
I
I
think
mean,
I think they're going to redesign it though. I really believe they're going to redesign it towards the end, and then we're going to show her. She's going to show up in Doomsday. I think she's going to be in Doomsday in her new armor, and then something's going to happen, and
we
we're
might
gonna.
get a Young Avengers Champions movie in 2030.
Well, my
They're all
early
going to be
prediction.
middle-aged.
Well, you already are. So, one thing that I think is happening, or what I hope is going to happen, is from Doomsday and then the Battle Planet and everything. I think from those two movies, that's going to set the stage for where Marvel is going from now on, because it's going to be one, shared continuity, and that's going to be like, it's going to be all the same. So,
Yeah.
hi, Pastor
Hey, welcome
Michael.
in,
Hi,
Alan.
Alan
Pastor
Smith.
Michael.
Yeah, welcome in. But like I said before, I'm very hopeful. And you know what else is hopeful? Superman.
Yes.
So look at that transition. Isn't that fantastic? So here he is, the big blue Boy Scout, Superman. We got another trailer for it. He's actually being interviewed by Lois Lane, and he's all like, "I'm just trying to help." I was like, "Quit being a little bitch." I'm just trying to help. I stopped the war. It's like he has no idea what geopolitics are. He doesn't care. Like, he just doesn't care. He's just like, there's a war going on. I want to stop it. And I'm like, okay, so it's that naivete and that sort of like Boy Scout that everyone was hoping for, and now we're getting it in spades, literal spades. Like, you want your farm boy, you want your your classic Superman. Well, here you go. Here you go.
Did you notice the tone of this trailer was different from the first one? I found that to be quite interesting too. I liked how the first trailer was more people adoring him. This trailer showed the people against him. It showed a lot more of Lex. Don, my friend Don, sent me a spoiler image of a toy pack that's coming out that shows Lex's battle suit.
Yeah, well, you saw it in the pictures. You saw it in the thing, and I was like, that green and purple thing. I was like, oh damn! I was like, all right. I think I really hope, like, that whole kaiju thing was so stupid. Like, that's the one thing. Like, unless they have a really good way of bringing in a kaiju for him to fight, like, I'm done with it. It did not need the kaiju. Like, I'm already calling it. Kaiju needs to be not in it. I'm like, cut the kaiju. It's fine. We don't need it, because literally, you have like Lex in his armor. You have the kaiju. You have all these different people. I think that movie's gonna have like so much stuff in it that people are gonna get literal whiplash. And if that is what James Gunn is going for, because he wants more people to be in seats, woo! Yeah, see, there you go, Jonah. Like, it actually looks like a good comic book movie, and some people are like really, really polarized by that. They're like, "Oh, we're getting a real comic book movie," and it's like, yes, thank you. It's about time.
When they showed him and he was in the ground and he was looking up, and it was that color blue from like the 80s blue, superpowers blue, like that light blue. I gotta be honest, I watched that trailer last night and I was so excited. A lot of the scenes. So the internet, because the internet can't handle anything, there is a huge debate going on about Guy Gardner.
Why?
And whether or not the ring, the construct, comes from the ring. And because in it, he does his hand and the hand does, but you don't actually see the connection from his ring to the hand. Oh my God, I love the internet because people are just stupid. And it makes me laugh because you got people going, well, it can't be because it didn't do. And then you got people literally posting pictures from the comic books. I think a lot of people who bitch about comic book movies have never read a comic book, because there have been times, Hal, There's been times Kyle. There's been times John. You can use the ring and not have a direct connection. So the fact that he did that, I loved. It was great seeing all the heroes. I'm actually really excited for this movie.
I
really am. I really am.
I am super excited that we're getting him in this. I like that we have another peacekeeping organization that sort of works in tandem. And it looks like Mr. Terrific is going to be the one that sides with Superman versus
when he comes walking out of that terrific mobile, whatever it is. And I'm glad they got the flying balls. Yes. Hey, Eddie.
Yeah.
Pastor Michael. No.
We get a clerk tent.
That is a dad joke.
That is definitely a dad joke. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought the trailer was great. First looking at the engineer, I think the engineer is going to be something's going to happen, and she's going to be a good guy afterwards. I would have liked to have seen Mercy instead.
Wait a minute. Mm-hmm. I thought that was Mercy.
No, I think that's the engineer, sir.
I thought that was Mercy with her Lex, amplifying her body with these weird saws.
No, I think that's engineer. And something happens with her. Other people online, gotta love online, is saying that is not Ultraman. That is actually Apollo. And Apollo is working for Lex. And so once Apollo, the Ultraman once he realizes what's going on and Lex, he leaves Lex, is when he's going to don his Apollo costume, because he's going to be inspired by Superman. And so that's where Apollo, and so they're going to make an authority movie or something like that. I don't know.
I like that.
That is all rumor. It's all rumor mill. What's happening? Other people are saying that the Ultraman is actually Bizarro, and so the guy, I can't remember his name, who's playing Superman, is going to play a dual role, and he's going to play Bizarro. So there's going to be Ultraman's going to end up being Bizarro. So who knows? Until he's unmasked and we get to see exactly who it is. My money, to be the God's honest truth, my money is on Bizarro. I think it's going to be a Bizarro version of Superman, just to show how corrupt Lex Luthor is. But I'm loving it. I'm thinking it's I texted my friend Patrick, who's a huge Superman fan, and he hasn't responded yet. So, or we've talked about it, but I'm just like, I'm hyped. Hype train. I'm here. Woo, woo, choo, choo. So let's go.
Yes. Yeah. This I love, again, online, stupid. Because they're pitting Superman against Fantastic Four. And as a comic book fan, I'm like, just be freaking happy.
I got both. I'm excited.
Yes, just be happy.
We got comic accurate Superman, and we got comic accurate Fantastic Four. Before we got Grand Theft Auto 6. So that's the new thing people are saying. So I'm super excited. Yay!
Super.
So another thing that I'm super excited for, and Kyle, we're gonna switch it up just a little bit because it seems like a nice segue. If you're listening, I know you are. You're always listening. Let's go to Supergirl #1 and let's talk about that.
Oh wait, I want to say one more thing. We didn't talk about the Peacemaker trailer.
You know what? I just saw that. I didn't watch it, but I saw that. I saw it, but I just didn't watch it yet.
Oh, because in it is Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl. Yes. So Peacemaker will be even more in the new Gunn DC universe. So I'm very excited. Well, very excited.
He did say that the first season, only some of the first season would be canon, and he would be picking and choosing what he wanted.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to Supergirl, I guess.
Yeah, Supergirl, because I figured it'd be a great little transition into Supergirl, because it's like Superman and Supergirl, and it's Kara or Carol Danvers.
Linda Danvers. So they made the writing so small again. But Sophie Campbell did the writing and the art. And this, I love Sophie Campbell.
Yeah.
She did Gem. And I wanted to find the Gem pictures of you and I to show, but I couldn't find them.
You should have told me. I would have got them.
So at my store, we did. Hey, Barlord, we went in heavy on gem. I ordered. It was one of the biggest orders for a single comic. Hey, BBB, that I ever ordered. And Des had a pink wig, so we put on the pink wig. I had my wig shirt on, and yes. So I love Sophie Campbell's art.
Hey, if you ever see if you ever see a promo for the Geek Chat and you see Rich with that long hair, that's that picture. It's just they kind of like took a lot of the color out of it to make it look a little bit of a negative, but that is from that picture.
All right. So I got, from what I can see, Tamara Bonvillain, love her name, is the colorist. Becca Carrot, maybe, did the lettering.
Mm-hmm.
And then that cover is by Art Germ. And I guess he designed the suit with the S is new. So
I think isn't that the Sophie Campbell one?
That's the Sophie Campbell, yeah.
Yes.
Wait, that's Sophie Campbell.
Yeah. I thought the one you had. Is the one you had? Okay. Because the one that we're giving away is the Billquist cover. So
Billquist, yes. Okay, so what did you think?
I liked it. I loved the return of word bubbles. That was fun. One thing about Sophie Campbell is she loves to draw thick folks, and so yes. Overall, I thought it was fun. Sophie was able to give us a lot of backstory about what's going on with Supergirl in her day-to-day life. And I liked that while she's saving people, it really came off as a slice of life as it went into this mystery towards the end, because there's a mystery towards the end that they bring out, it centering around Kara's identity, and there seems to be an imposter running around as Supergirl in her hometown, and I don't know where that's going to lead or anything. What I also liked about it is they actually brought in stuff from Supergirl's like from classic Supergirl stuff from the adventures she used to have when she was a child, like the hollow trees and all the weird stuff that she did back in her hometown, you know, back when Superman was like a super kids book and he was doing all the weird stuff. This was like pre-crisis Superman stuff that she's bringing back, and I thought that was fantastic, and it looked great. Like the art was fantastic, the whole vibe was good. It looked fun, and it's been fun so far. One nitpick I'm gonna give, and I think Rich knows this nitpick. Did you want to say what the nitpick is, or should I just go ahead and tell you what the nitpick is?
Backgrounds.
Well, not so much that. That's your nitpick.
A lack of background.
My nitpick is the fact that why the hell was Crypto there all the time, and we only get one sneaking page devoted to Streaky. Streaky was her cat. Yes. Crypto is his dog.
And so she even talks about how Streaky is her favorite, because there was a question and answer page with her.
Oh, I know.
And she loves Streaky. She also really liked the older stories, so I think she's pulling inspiration from those older stories, like you said.
And so
I just
hope is that Streaky gets more love.
I love our commenters. I really do. I love you guys. It's just so funny. Steve, it's truly outrageous, but I'm not singing it.
No.
So Barlord, the interior art, it does look like it's geared towards a younger crowd.
Oh, yeah.
I will admit that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. They don't do ratings or anything anymore.
No, but this is a kid's book. This is
you could hand this to a child, not a child, but a kid.
This is a kid's book. It's definitely very bright. All the colors are bright. Very few shadows. You know, like normal shadows, but it's a lot of like flats with shadows and with like, you know, not dark shadows, and the inking and the darks are really, really light on it. So it's a very lighthearted comic, and I think
It
that's
really is.
because she's trying to go back to that sort of 50s, pre-crisis version of Supergirl. And what I like about it is just the mystery at the end talks a lot about post-crisis Supergirl and possibly the Peter David versions of Peter David story. So I think it's really fun that Sophie is doing both the classic Supergirl as well as referencing the Peter David run of Supergirl as well. So I'm actually in. I'm in. My feet are fully in. It seems really fun. Yeah.
So like I said, I really like her art. I just feel like there was a lot of lack of backgrounds, like a lot of empty pages, and it was very, very noticeable. And that's the sad thing.
Well,
but otherwise, I agree.
This
was a
I
great
thought it
book.
was fine, and I think it's okay. I thought the backgrounds were served just enough, to serve the book. But I get it, And Steve, no, I will not do the Jim theme, but I will do the Jim, glitter and gold. Yeah, that's from the second one. That was from the second version.
Yes, it was one of the few cartoons that actually changed its theme song for the season.
Gem, glitter and gold. You should check it out. They needed a brand refresh for those toys. So, but yeah. So, what did you think, Rich?
I just told you.
No, what did you think about like her writing? Because everyone knows Sophie Campbell for her artwork, and I know she did a little bit for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and she did Wet Moon a while ago. So I was very familiar with her writing. And a lot of her stuff was very, was, I don't know, it was kind of, it's very, it reads YA, it reads, juvenile, but it's always been a little bit other. And now she's doing a mainstream comic, about one of the, super family. And I thought her transition was pretty good. Like all those years of doing all those other comics and stuff. Really.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think this, if you are into Supergirl or curious, definitely pick this up.
Yeah, I honestly believe, if she can keep going, and really kind of keep up this momentum, I think that would be good. And also, I'm giving her a pass because she's also writing and doing all the artwork and stuff like this. So not doing a couple backgrounds here and there is fine. Oh, and you're welcome, Steve. I did that just for you. So. So on that note, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, more number ones. So definitely stay tuned, and don't forget to put hashtag Geek Chat in the comments because we don't want Kyle or Rich to have to fight over this comic cover. So we'll see you in a minute. Maybe. In a second.
Okay.
Kyle's like, damn it, I got a sandwich in my mouth.
Easy reader, it wasn't for you.
And that's fine. That's the thing. Comics aren't for everybody. And that's one of those things that you just kind of have to.
Well, no. Comics are for everybody, but everyone's tastes are different.
Well, okay, that's true. Comics are for everybody, but tastes are different.
Yes.
Just like you won't eat anything at all.
Oh, yeah. She did really flatten her boobs, too. And it's funny that Supergirl actually makes a comment about the sign going into Midvale and her boobs. I thought that was rather cheeky.
Because it was different. It was different. So, Kyle, okay. Are you there? You're gonna send us to break, Kyle? I mean, we can keep talking if you want.
Okay. So, what do you want to talk about?
What should we talk about? I don't know. What should we talk about?
Oh, this week's Uncanny didn't suck.
I haven't read yet, so I can't.
You haven't?
I haven't read yet, so I can't. I can't mention anything about it.
Gail just keeps adding new characters. Like it's just her Uncanny is. I like it a little. I like it a lot more than I like the regular X-Men.
It's a family book.
It really is. But the funniest thing is the guy, the old man that they're staying with. The lines that Gail comes out of his mouth this time. So the dragon comes back and Rogue comes down in a ball of ice. And Gambit is already in his underwear. Wolvie comes out in these little teeny cut-off shorts. And Oh, we're getting hit by storms, so no break.
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't realize you were having a storm over there.
I didn't either.
Make your sacrifice to the storm gods and pray for sunshine. So, alrighty. Finish your story though.
Oh, but he says about why can't you people come out in your britches? Put some britches on next time. And I was just like, britches.
The fact that they're still on that farm is so silly to me. Like, come on now. Like, I get it. They're roughing it. They're out in the middle of nowhere. Give me something more than just this farm. At least give us like a defunct Weapon X, bunker or something. They're everywhere. You have to know where they all are. Ask Wolverine. Like, he's got to know where most are. I mean, isn't that no? Scott and them are up north, and like, is it a sentinel thing or a
factory, an ex-sentinel factory?
It's like why does they have to do it? I don't know.
Oh, anyway. I finally read that too, where Magneto makes the sentinel move.
Oh yeah. Like, whatever. Okay. Anyway, Godzilla versus X-Men #1.
Well, one shot.
You put a #1 on it, suckers like me will buy it.
True. So this was written by Fabian Ni-Si. I already forgot. Ni-Si something-za. What was the third part of it, Kyle?
First letter of the alphabet.
Oh yeah, Ni-Si-a-za. Ni-Si-a-za. I got it right.
Yay! You, Kyle. I'm gonna
screw the rest of these people up, though. Let me tell you.
I'm gonna put a sticker on. I'm gonna put a gold star on you when I see you. You sure when I see you?
Emilio Laso did the art. Federico Blee did the color. And VC's Clayton Cowles did the lettering. And that cover is by Tony Daniel and Marcelo Maiolo. And then it had a ton of variant covers. I just went for the main cover. It's Tony Daniel. I'm good. So this is the 97 version of the X-Men.
You like that too? I loved it.
We're coming in hot with the 90s. Spider-Man was 90s. Hulk was weird. So it's weird that they said the Hulk was in the same universe, but it was a different timeline.
Yeah, this one isn't. This is its
own.
No,
this thing. Is yeah.
This is his own thing.
Godzilla looked like Godzilla. He was bumpy.
Mm-hmm. Bumpy.
I thought the artist did a really good job with these characters. Well, you didn't like it?
No, I loved it. I think all these Godzilla comics have been a lot of fun. I'm sighing because this one was by far the weirdest one. And yes. I think that Fabian just went like as far as he could into the Godzilla territory as he could. I mean, we get not one, not two, but 3 giant pseudo mech battles, and it's just silly. Also, what I loved was Shiro. Sunfire was in it, and he was very prominent. I really enjoyed that.
And he was wearing his 90s costume. They tied it together.
See, and I
think
was
smart.
And I think that was because Fabian was just like super. Like, if I'm gonna write this, I'm setting it in my favorite timeline, in my favorite outfits, and we're just gonna have fun with this. And I love it when writers are able to just have fun and not have all of those restrictions. I know there was a couple of restrictions, there always is, but with this one, it really felt like they were able to kind of cut loose and just really make it fun.
And I want to say the use of double page spreads and the fact you had to turn the comic, like, that's Godzilla, by the way.
And that is an amalgamation. Almost, they used what was his name? I can't
remember. Super Adaptoid.
Yeah, which is basically, Timu Amazo. So Gambit and Beast steal Timu Amazo, and by our powers combined, they put all of their powers through Cerebro into that robot, and with Pym particles, make it grow to the size of a kaiju. That way they can fight Godzilla. Because Professor X and Jean Grey cannot read Godzilla's mind because of all
but
the
they can
chaos.
feel his emotions.
Yes, they can feel his emotions, and there was an emotional thing, and then we get the Japanese version of Henry Trask, and so there's like this sentinel monster that is like half Biolante, half Rodan, half a couple other creatures, and it's like, and so they have this giant three-way battle, and it's just, I think what the people from Toho said is they said, okay, you can use Godzilla, but Godzilla's got to win every battle, because in every book that we've read, Godzilla has done the killing blow in order to strike them down. I don't know. Red Ronin was not among the mechs. This was specifically the X-Men as a brain dump mech. And yeah, and then they had to fight the giant Godzilla mech. And
you know
again,
what?
one and done,
This was
silly.
just a fun book to read. The only thing that took me out of it, the one thing took me out was when the robot mech, the one from the bad guy, that page, it just was jarring to everything else around it. To me, I turned the page and I was like,
when it came out the first reveal.
Yeah. It just, there was something about it that didn't match the energy of the rest of the book. But otherwise, I loved it. It was stupid fun. Again, I would put this one, I still think the Hulk one was my favorite so far, but I think this might have edged out Spider-Man.
I mean, after reflecting on all the ones that we read, I'd have to agree with you. Although I do believe that the Spider-Man one was just so silly because of the symbiote, and then having and there being a version of Eddie Brock mixed with Godzilla and the symbiote is just like, I so want God Venom to come back, because that was just so silly. Like I seriously, like I was looking at it the other day and I was like, are you serious with this? And it was just great. It was just great. So
the next one up is Avengers. It's Godzilla versus Avengers.
Is this a month-long event, or is Avengers the last one?
Nope, because the book had an ad for Godzilla versus Thor. I don't know. I'm loving them. I hope they don't suck. So far, that Fantastic Four was the only stinker in the bunch.
Yeah. Do you think that they're going to have Godzilla go to Asgard?
I don't know. But then we're getting a Godzilla versus the Marvel Universe as well. Like, Godzilla will be in Marvel's future for the next couple of months at least, and we will be reviewing them.
Good for them. I think you know, they and I mean the folks over in Japan, you know, saw how well Ultraman did, and they figured, hey, let's do the same thing with Godzilla. And it's working. I think so. The Ultraman ones are it's funny. They are actual stories that, I don't know. They're the connective tissue and the narrative is a lot more. It's not as like one and done kind of thing. Like it has a lot more connective tissue and moving parts. But that was just how they did it. Like, they're telling a long form story, where these are just kind of like one and dones. You have fun and you bounce out, you know. So
I want to say, Thor, Steve, I would love Godzilla versus Fin Fang Foom.
Yeah.
I want to see Godzilla versus all the monsters from the Marvel Universe.
I would love.
Why haven't they done that?
I would love for Godzilla to go to Monster Island. Seriously.
And I think Nimrod at full power would probably take down Godzilla.
Though, so unfortunately, I don't think they're going to do a Garth Ennis, you know, Godzilla kills.
But I would read the hell out of that book.
I would too, but I don't think they're going to do it because Godzilla is not that. He's not that character. So unfortunately, we're not going to get, you know, Godzilla bloodbath where he's just like nuking down cities. Like, we'll see that in the movies, but we won't see it in Marvel. We'll see it in the comics. So what's next
up? Battle Beast.
Battle Beast. Now, talking about a bloody ass comic, this comic was bananas. Like,
yes. So Robert Kirkman was the writer. Ryan Otley, right off of Invincible, was the artist. Annalisa Leone did the coloring, and Russ Wooten did the lettering. Mm-hmm. And there was a butt ton of variant covers for this, as well as a blind bag that you got many different variants. One was the Spider-Man team up. One was Invincible's first appearance, I think it was. What was the other one? I don't remember the third one, but we got all three of them. So yes, the polybags were huge.
Lots of flying
Invincible
eyeballs.
versus
Yes.
Spider-Man.
People couldn't get enough
Battle
of those
Beast.
polybags. Ugh.
Battle Beast issue 2. That was the other one.
So I didn't I don't read a lot of spoilers, or not spoilers. I don't read a lot of previews, so I had no idea this was coming out until we look the week ahead. Kyle is such he's such a like taskmaster, and he's like, get your stuff in. And so we're like, okay, so next week. And so
I don't think he sounds like that.
He does not. He really doesn't. He's a big old teddy bear.
The voice I use is significantly meaner.
But the geeks always have theirs in.
We do. But so I didn't know this was coming out. And as a person who like absolutely adored the Invincible universe, I was like, oh my God, thank you. And the fact that Ryan Ottley and Robert Kirkman are together again doing Battle Beast of all properties, which I never knew that they would. I didn't think that they would do. It did not disappoint at all.
Yes, I agree. Easy reader. There were a lot of flying eyeballs in this thing. There was a lot of pieces and parts and blood and gore and a very, very thin story, but the art was there.
I wasn't going to say anything about this story.
This was a tightrope of a story. Everyone watching, he just wants to die. The end. That's it.
That was his. No, he doesn't just want to die. He wants
a glorious battle to die.
He is like if you rolled all the Klingons into one, creature, made it a cat, and then sent it out into the world. That's basically what it is. All he wants to do is find a worthy opponent that would kill him. And this was the first time that we got his actual backstory. And what I loved about the backstory of Battle Beast is that it was one and done. And it's such a funny, like Robert Kirkman is just like, I love his wordsmithing and I love his thoughts. So his backstory really quick was he was from a world that was rough with battle after battle after battle after battle. And he rose up to become their basically their ruler, and he ruled the whole world and made it peaceful and a utopia. And he had to exile himself because of his bloodlust was so strong that he would literally would have killed them all, but he had to leave. So he put himself in exile because he could not find anyone on this planet anymore that could best him. And so by bringing it into battle at his planet, he's now searching the cosmos for anyone who is strong enough to kill him in battle. And
he also really likes to talk.
Yeah, he does like to talk a lot.
So I was first introduced to this character on the cartoon.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed him in the cartoon. And I found him to be just a little bit more bloodlustier in the comic book. So I think for as gory and as violent as the cartoon was, this really pushed the Death Wish violence up a little bit more.
Yes, and you don't really explore him a lot so it was weird. You see what happens to him in the pages of Invincible. So you see what happens to him. So I'll just but having him actually see his life before whatever happens to him Invincible, I thought that was great. I really enjoyed, I don't know, I just really enjoyed this book, and seeing the two of them come back to the Invincible universe was fantastic. And I thought this was going to be a one-shot, but it's actually not. They're actually going to be doing a couple of them. Oh wow, look at that cover.
That is Battle Beast number 2.
Oh, the blind bag.
The blind bag, yeah. It's a foil version of. So the blind bag looked like that. It was
Yeah, all the blind
Thanks.
bags were gone at my store, so I didn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We just got a couple.
Yeah. So
Okay, I'm not going to even try to put that back in right now.
yeah, don't do that. So I just wasn't. I'm ready for the second one. I'm ready to see what's going on with this, and I really hope that this Invincible Universe line of books continue.
Continues.
Yeah, and I really
Who
like to
would
see
you
more.
want?
A Tech Jacket was really good. I would like Alan the Alien was really good. So I think those two would be the ones that I'd really like to see. And I would love to see someone had posted this in one of the comment sections or something. I don't know. I read the comments every now and then because sometimes they are hilarious.
I love comments.
Most of the time they're cringy, but about his brother, his younger brother, Invincible or Young Invincible or Invincible or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
His time growing up before coming to his time when he left Mark and did all of his things. Because if you read,
I would actually be interested in that because,
Yeah.
again, I'm watching the cartoon, and the cartoon, he is featured heavily into it. So
yeah,
I want to say, everyone in the chat, make sure to put in Geek Chat, hashtag Geek Chat. We didn't have a break, so we didn't come back, so we didn't show the cover again. There we go.
thank you.
You are trying to win, or not trying. One of you watching will win this 1 in 25 Bilquis Everly Supergirl #1. Just by putting hashtag Geek Chat.
So Space Case Collectibles, I'm so glad that you put it in because I have something for you, my friend. So when Kyle puts it in for whoever wins, please fill it out again because I have something for you, my friend, that I have to send you. So please do that. That's something separate. But I'm glad that I saw you inside. Thank in the chat. Thank you for coming in. So please fill that out for me, my friend. I have something for you. But yes, please fill it out. Put hashtag Geek Chat in the comment section. And because if you don't, and like no one gets it, it has to go between either Rich and Kyle, and they said they're gonna Rochambeau for it, and I can't let that happen. I can't let that happen. That's
I will give up my claim for him.
We'll have a beard growing contest.
Oh God,
I won.
Well, no, I mean if last time I saw Kyle, he had the mutton chops, so I don't know.
Oh, BBB wants this too.
Oh no. Well, one of you will get it. So thank you so much again for supporting us. We do this because we can, and it's our way of saying thank you to all of our lovely community. So thank you.
And also, thank you, everyone. Your comments tonight are just, I'm loving them.
Yeah,
and
you guys are really, you guys are on one tonight. And I love it.
The dad jokes are just, yes.
Alrighty, our last one for the night before we do this beautiful draft is Spider-Verse versus Venomverse. I swear to God, there are so many verses going on. It's like I have never seen anyone ring out a property as much as Marvel has done for the for the verses type stuff. Crazy.
All right, so this was written by Matt Groom and Kyle Higgins. The amazing Luciano Vecchio did the art. If anything, I read this for the art because there was too many words. Rochelle Rosenberg did the color. Really? And VC's Travis Lanham worked overtime on the damn word bubbles that were in this book. So many word bubbles, so many text blocks, so much information dump. Comic books are a visual medium for words. Use the visual medium to tell the words. Oh my God, so many words. This is page 2. It gets worse. Go ahead.
It was a book, as Rich likes to say. It was a book.
So you really can't see. This is just a 2-page spread with so many freaking words. Words.
Like the song says, what are
Vecchio.
words? Okay. So, so Free Planet. So I don't know if you were here last week, we said that we would be, we were going to be
Reading the number 2.
reading the number 2, and we're going to come back and we're going to have reviews of issues 1 and 2. So just so you know, have in my possession, I will
You
be
bought
reading it.
Good.
Yeah, I'll be reading it, and we'll be getting it. So yes. So yeah, that's still going. Also, so for this book, I liked how it started. I liked the having them show Venom Eddie Brock, and 616 Spider-Man, and having them uh they're basically saying the same thing as we're getting their backstories.
Yes.
It was really cool. That was really cool. I really enjoyed it. And then when we jumped into the actual meat of the story, it was a lot of exposition to get everyone on board. It is basically a contest of champions type story in which the Venomverse version of the Web of Life is against the Spider-Verse Web of Life type people. And whereas one is a sentient that controls all of them, this one is just a thing that connects them all, and that's the difference. And so, but there's something else happening. Something else happening in the foreground that people don't know about, and there are bad actors on both sides that are kind of fueling this anger, because there is the Weapon X Spider-Man running around, and we get to see he has like a whole bunch of eyes because his visor
Cyclops
got
Wolverine.
Yeah, Cyclops Wolverine Spider-Man is super evil, and so there is some other stuff going on in it. So they're trying to hook you in that it's not just a black versus red kind of situation, but it's kind of convoluted. There's just a lot of stuff going on because they're all fighting in this weird nebulous spider-like place. So the book was very disjointed, the artwork and what they were saying. So I don't know. Maybe this will read better as a trade, but I do believe, and I do agree with you, Barlord, that it does that they need to take a break from this for right now. I know they're probably keeping it going until the new movie comes out, and then they'll go for another couple years after that. But they really should. It's okay. It's okay, Marvel. Like let a series kind of linger for a minute. We don't need all this stuff, but of course it sells books. So what are you gonna do?
I loved the art, and I think we already ordered the number 2, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been reading a lot of these. I read the Spider-Verse ones. I read the Venomverse leading up to this.
Mm-hmm. So did I. And
This was disappointing because it felt, if it's Contest of Champions, you only have 5 people.
Yeah.
And are they going to bring in when someone dies? Because we do get a casualty in this one. I did think it was cute when Spider-Ham got hit in the head with the pipe thing, that his head had the indent.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm really hard to kill. I don't know. I do want to say, Eddie, we reviewed Spider-Man versus Predator number 1.
So good.
And it converted me to read it. So I added that. Yes. And yes, so that was amazing. For better or verse, Steve, keep it up.
Yeah. All right, everybody. So those are our reviews. Now we're going to do the giveaway. So if you have not already, please put in hashtag Geek Chat.
You have a second.
You have a second to do it. Yay. So, alrighty. Whenever you're ready, Senor Kyle, let it roll. Let's give out a comic book to one of these fantastic people, please. Oh, Kelly. Cool, Kelly.
You don't have to fill anything out, Kelly.
Yeah, we'll just give it to you.
But hopefully it won't take as long as last time, because Des kept saying, I have it at work.
It sat in my drawer for weeks. I'm so sorry. But yes, Kelly, that's for you. Please stay tuned. Mock and Mel is next, and they have a fantastic guest, and they're going to do drawings right in front of you. So please, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us. We really appreciate it. A lot of the times, it's just me and Rich yakking back and forth, but to have you guys, in the comments really makes this, special. So,
and y'all had the comments on fire tonight. So
you really did. And you will get it by Christmas. So that's your Christmas present, Kelly. Do not ask for anything else. So, all right. Having said that, thank you so much.
Subscribe.
Yes. Tell your friends.
We have 4 minutes.
So
3 minutes.
We have 3 minutes.
I just want to say thank you for joining us. Yes.
So, all right, everybody. I'm Little Black Beardy Desi.
Beardy Rich.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.